Hello, and thank you for purchasing the Wavy Background Shopify section by qwiqode. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use it. With this section, you can add a wavy effect at the top or at the bottom of other sections. To get started, let's go to the section settings and we'll see that the first option is the section width. By default, it's full width, so that means that the section will expand all the way like this, but you can also use regular width. And when this is enabled, you can use this content max width to control the max width of the whole section. Like this. So right now we have 1000 pixels, so that means that the section will expand up to that size. But for this example, I'm gonna leave it as full width because I want the section to expand all the way. Next, we have the section top and bottom margin. So by default it's 0, but you can add more margin at the top like this, okay? But you can also add a negative number, okay? So when using a negative margin, that means that we're pulling up the section when we're using the top margin, or we're pulling down the section if we're using the bottom margin, like this. Okay, so we are bringing the section closer to the top and closer to the bottom. Okay, so maybe for this one, because I'm planning to use it on this one, we can add a little more margin at the top, like this. I'll leave it like that because I want to create this effect. Next, we have the section horizontal margin, and this is only available when using regular on the section full width. So if we're using this, we can add a margin over here. Let me show you. Let's say the section is very wide, like this. Okay, so on smaller screens, it will look like it's full width, but if we expand it, we'll see that it's not. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so when using regular, you can increment this in case you want to add a margin on the corners. But for this example, we can ignore it because I want to stretch the section all the way. Okay, next we have the same settings for mobile. We have the top, bottom, and horizontal margins. Okay, next we have the wavy styling. And the first option is the color. So maybe we can add the same color as this one to create this effect, but you can add your own color. Okay, but for this example, I'm gonna leave it like this. Okay, next we have the wave effect position, and by default it's top, so when using top, it's recommended to be used on top of other sections. But if you select bottom, you'll see that the wave effect will flip vertically. Okay, so when using bottom, you can maybe use this to use it at the top of this section, and maybe we can add bottom margin like this. So instead of using it here, we're using it at the previous section. Okay, but on this example, I'm gonna leave it at top, so I will bring this closer like this and add more margin at the top like that. Okay, next we have the wave settings, and the first option is to reverse the wave. So right now you'll see that it starts down and then goes up, down, and up. Okay, so if we reverse this, we'll see, so you see that we're flipping the wave horizontally. So instead of starting down, now it starts up, then down, up, down. Okay, but for this example, I'm gonna leave it like this because I really like this effect. Next, we have an option for the animation, and when this is enabled, you see that the wave will start animating like this. Okay, and down here we have some options for the animation, and the first one is the direction. So by default it's right to left, but you can also select it to be left to right to create the effect like that. Okay, then we have the animation speed, so you can make it slower, okay, or you can make it way faster like this. Next, we have the wave angle. Okay, and with this, we can control the distance between the lowest point of the wave and the higher one. Okay, for right now it's 50, but if you increment this, we'll see that the wave will be more drastic. So now it's way higher. Okay, so you can add it up to 100, so it will look like this. Okay, but if you lower this, you'll see that the wave is very small. But for this example, I'm gonna leave it around 50, like that. Okay, next we have the wave frequency, and with this we control how much we want to expand that wave. So by default it's 100, but if you increment this, you'll see that the wave expands more space inside of the section. And if we make this lower, you will see that the frequency is smaller, so that means there's more repetitions of it. So for example, if I put it all the way to 30, we have many repetitions because the wave inside the section is smaller. Okay, but for this example, I'm gonna leave it maybe around 70, like this. Okay, then we have the same settings for mobile, we have the angle, and we have the frequency. Okay, you can also combine two of these. For example, if we duplicate this section, okay, and put it maybe at the top, and we flip this section to be used at the bottom, and we reduce the top margin, you see that we can create this effect. Okay, so maybe if we change this, we can create this cool effect. So I really like how it looks, so I'm gonna save it, and that's it. Thank you again, and if you have any questions or if you run into any issues, please don't hesitate to contact us via the support page on our website. Thank you and take care.